So, a while back, I told y'all that Omnisphere really is the only synth that you need. I also said that I was willing to bet my left nut that you can't find a producer that hasn't heard of Omnisphere. But the point is, we are suckers for good presets, and that's why a lot of us have Omnisphere, but we also have Analog Lab. So much like with the Omnisphere video, I decided to put y'all onto a couple of sounds. Beautiful folks, these are the sounds in Analog Lab that you need to make dope R&B beats. Alright, beautiful folks, it's a pleasure having you with me. My name is Valentine the Plug. Welcome in the Danger Room and welcome in FL Studio. In this video, what we're going to do, I'm going to take you through 4 beats and I'm going to demo every single sound in Analog Lab that I use for the beat. You already got to hear a preview, of course, but for the sake of repetition, I'm going to play y'all the sample first. So unfortunately, we're going to have to omit this little pattern since it's a patch that is not in Analog Lab. It is the Ghost in the Machine patch in Glaze, which is a library exclusive to Contact. But if you're interested in the Contact patches that I regularly use, drop it in the comments. So starting off with the Mellotron V, this is the exact patch that I am using if it decides to load. It's the Cousteau's Origin, and I did a little bit of tweaking with the FX, of course. Now, one thing that you need to know is that I'm actually using the V collection, and the main difference is really that I have the ability to take out the individual instruments and tweak them to my liking. But this patch you will find in Analog Lab, but you won't be able to customize it the way that I can. So Cousteau's organ, check it out in Analog Lab if you want to. Now, as for my pad, I took a little patch in the Matrix, the Calliope patch, and I was able to tweak it just a little bit just to give it more of a dope synth effect. Now, actually using Analog Lab 4 is actually using this patch is the little big patch. It's a nice dope plug that I really like to use. And then for some dope strings, of course, I went into the Selena 5 or V, whatever, and I took out the Airstring 2 patch, which I'm a heart right now because it's something that I'm going to be using on the regular. So I'm going to be playing every individual sound and just link them to the instrument. Right, so in the preview, you were able to hear that this beat is very heavy on the keys, and the most prominent instrument, of course, is this patch, the pianos patch in the Mellotron. I really like the decayed effect, you know, that really old-timey sounding piano sounding up front, supplemented with some electric piano from the Stage 73, of course. Let me heart this patch too, and then you get a nice synthy underlayer with the Synclavier, the OBXA, and the Prophet, of course. So I'm gonna be demoing every sound individually, but I think that this combination is amazing if you want to make a very contemporary, almost LMA-ish kind of beat. So as y'all were able to hear from the preview, there's a lot of things doing a lot of work. I think it's prominent. The prominent elements are the choir pad, which I think is from the CMI, and the bass from the mini Moog emulation, which is just so amazing. It's a nice fat bass, of course. I can't wait to break down the sounds, but I just want to say that this is a very dope, almost old R&B. I'm talking like 2011 to 2014, kind of a Trey Songz kind of vibe, especially with the perks. Definitely a bedroom R&B kind of vibe. I'm talking to y'all like I'm trying to sell y'all this beat. Trust me, I'm not. Or am I? Anyways, let me just demo the sounds. So this beat right here, the sample is all layers, baby. It is all layers. It's kind of a beat, in terms of chord progression. I would say that it's R&B-ish, but it's also kind of trap-ish, kind of more of an uplifted, soulful kind of hip hop-ish kind of beat. So I don't really know how to place it. I could definitely hear a singer on it. I mean, it won't be the first time they've sung on something that's more hip hop, but still. So we look at the sample, the piano is most prominent, that's of course up front, but you hear a very vibey, ethereal, dreamy, cloudy, and other kind of adjectives. Are they adjectives? I don't know, but there's another layer underneath that is, constructed through the Matrix 12, the Mellotron V, and the Solina, of course. And I'm gonna just show y'all the patches so y'all can look them up in Analog Lab and process them in your own way, of course. So you've got a bunch of sounds in Analog Lab, and you're probably thinking to yourself, what the hell am I supposed to do with them? Make beats, beautiful people. Start somewhere. Now, I do have to say that good sounds can do for you what a good chord progression is supposed to do for you, in the sense that you're gonna still have to come up with a good chord progression in order to make sure that those sounds are utilized to their fullest potential. But I'm sure that y'all will accomplish just that. So from here on out, the best you can do is just practice, keep on grinding, and of course maybe watch my videos about chords, chord progressions, get my views up just a little bit. So with that being said, beautiful folks, I hope y'all enjoyed the video. I hope you will share this, like this, subscribe, of course, all that jazz. And I'm gonna see y'all in the next. Peace.